What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here for Impact, and we are live with our Pokemon weekly tournament live and in living color on a Tuesday night coming to you. If you're watching live, we appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, though, y'all the real MVPs as well. It's all good. Make sure to head on over to Twitch, though, where we stream each and every single Tuesday night at 6-ish p.m. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. We've got Mike on Dragapult Iron Thorns and Avery on a very spicy, as he says, build of Pidgeot Control. So he is playing... He's playing Flygon in his Pidgeot Control deck. We'll see what that means for Mike, who's just got a Dreepy at this point in the active spot. But thank you all so much for joining us. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon, and set it to all if you are watching on Twitch. As Avery, buddy's here and is looking through his deck. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. We've got 4 rounds of action tonight for you. So this should be a pretty great night for some action here. And again, make sure you check out impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Pokemon needs. We've got singles, we've got sealed product, whatever you're looking for. Go on over there, check it out, buy some product. Help support an LGS. And if you're in the St. Louis area, come on out on a Tuesday night. Play some Pokemon. We'd love to have you in gaming with us. Double turbo energy attached here. Just bringing up on my end, just so you know, I'm bringing up some deck lists of some well-performing Dragapult, Iron Thorns list, and Pidgeot, as we've got Klefki, Pidgey, Rotom V on the bench for Avery. Crispin gonna search out some energies here for Mike. Fire and Psychic looking like he's gonna probably go back into the deck here. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. We really do appreciate it. You know, we've started streaming Pokemon on a pretty consistent basis now. So we appreciate everybody who joins us live each week. And we appreciate everybody who watches after the fact on YouTube. If you haven't checked out our YouTube channel yet, you definitely want to do that, because you can, of course, fast forward and watch at your own leisure. Nothing beats watching live, of course, but that being said, it is always fun to watch after the fact as well. And I will use Petty Grudge for 10. Petty Grudge for 10, so an attack from the Dreepy here. I need to get this straightened out a little bit here. There we go. All right, Arvin. Going to be used here for Avery. But yeah, Avery is playing Flygon in his list, so keep that in mind. We might be explaining some cards here tonight. But Looks like we might be seeing a Binding Mochi potentially. Avery always, I gotta tip my cap to Avery. He always plays some off-meta brews, and he typically does pretty well with them here. So shout out to Avery. Not that there's anything wrong with playing meta decks. I mean, I play Charizard, so I'm playing like one of the most meta decks there is. So no shade to anybody who doesn't step outside the meta, but Avery always has a brew. It's always pretty interesting to see. Counter gain, Ultra Ball, maybe? We'll see. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, the Dragapult deck is very popular right now, and with the release of Evolving Skies, based on the Japanese metagame, we are probably going to see more Dragapult, and it's kind of looking like it might just be the best deck in Japanese meta currently. Granted, it does have access to Badoo, and we'll Ultra Ball out a Pidgeot, so the engine is here. And it looks like we will be going back in as the rare candy helps the Pidgey evolve into the Pidgeot. And little quick search action with the Pidgey. I didn't quite catch what we were getting there. Of course, the quick search ability, once during your turn, you may search your deck for a card, put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. You can't use more than one quick search ability each turn. So that means if you have two Pidgeot EXs on the battlefield, you will not be able to use two activations, unfortunately. So yeah, that would be pretty nuts if you just got two chances to search things out. That would be insane. Double turbo energy. Blustery Wind for the knockout. And there we have it. Mike off to a pretty rough start here. Let's see if he can rebound. Gonna place the energy. We do have, I believe, a boss's orders in hand. I can't quite see. I forget what the name of that. Boss's orders. Yep. There's the boss's orders. Mimikyu. Gonna get bossed up. We will use Bite for 40. Bite for 40. I'll draw. Play rescue board. Here's Mimikyu. No, you're good. Yeah, rescue board. Oh, wow, and it is already over. Avery going to take it. The rescue board coming in clutch. Gonna then get Pidgeot to active and do Blustery Wind again for the knockout, which means Mike doesn't have any bench Pokemon. And that will be it. Avery advancing to 1-0 here. Mike, unfortunately, going to drop to 0-1. That was a really, really rough start for Mike there. Holy smokes.
If you want to play again. I'd like to, yeah, for sure.
So let's switch back.
Do you think he'd be mad if I knocked on the door? Yo, could we do another one? I think he can hear us, right?
Yeah, I can hear him.
You want to do another one? Okay. Gosh, that's the second stream.
Yeah, that was a rough game for Mike there. Yeah, Mike saying it was rough. He couldn't do much. And it's true. That was really, really not a great situation for Mike there.
I saw the crystal prize tonight. That mean I couldn't set a Flygon easily. So I figured there was something as prize from the way you were looking at your cards. I had two cards in my deck. I was like, that's weird. That's rough. Because of the Forest Hillstone was prized, the rescue board, and it was just weird.
All right, so we are going to get a second game in here, but this will not count towards the tournament. We do play best of ones here at Impact. So Avery has won this match, but they wanted to play another one so we can watch another game here.
I think I did hear that going first in the mirror match was better. Yeah, because you get attacking easier.
Yeah, that was quick work there by Avery for being a control deck that wants to grind you out and kind of win in the late game. Definitely rough. All right, let's see if this start is better for Mike.
Run it back. All right, good luck. Better luck to you, I hope. Yeah, thanks.
All right, there's an Iron Thorns. I know you can barely see it, but that is a Iron Thorns EX. Inactive.
Man, I wish I would have got the 70 HP.
And a Mimikyu as well.
I'll use heavy ball first.
Hisuian Heavy Ball.
Search these guys. You want to shuffle? Take that dude. Bench. Grab bench. Play mess ball. Have the prize check, so that's nice.
Alrighty. So there's a clef key.
So many Pokemon now use abilities to set up.
So this is not your typical Pidgeot control deck, obviously. Avery, like I said earlier, always bringing something spicy to the feature match area, to the tournament.
I can only get 2 back. Could Iron Thorns work in a deck like that? Be interesting. But it would shut off my own Rotom. Oh, that's true. I want to just set up cards. Well, doesn't Klepki turn off your Rotom? It does. But it's a single prizer. So that's kind of what I want to do. Oh, sure. Drop the turn. Pokegear.
All right, Pokegear going to look at the top 7 cards of his deck.
So I can choose if I want it on or off. That makes sense. Yeah.
He's going to get a supporter from among these cards.
Feature capsule. Make it for retreat instead of a rescue board.
And then we are going to play the Arvin.
Yep.
And here's Arvin. Here's Iron Thorns, by the way. I know I didn't explain it earlier, but this initialization ability, as long as Iron Thorns is in the active spot, Pokemon with a rule box play, both you and your opponents, except for future Pokemon, don't have any effect, which is really good at stalling some decks. We'll see how it plays into the Pidgeot control deck, but so we are Arvining here.
It's a little more complicated than this one. I like decks.
Here's Arvin. Of course, you get to search your deck for
Too many steps.
an item and a tool. One of the best supporter cards in current standard right now. So a lot of people play this card. A lot of decks just play 4 of these bad boys.
He plays one of in the cloth deck. It's 2 Terrapidos and like the rest are one ofs for the cloth deck, and he's like, okay.
So I lose, I guess.
Yep. He's like, I didn't really find that many basic Pokemon off of this, so something must be prized. And then he's like, plays the heavy one at 6, and he's like, ah, fun.
Alrighty.
Alright, so
TM Evo and Precious Trolley. Precious Trolley gonna bring them out. Make sure that the same thing that happened the first game, isn't going to happen this time around. Looks like a ton of 3 Dreepies, Toad Scroll, and another Iron Thorns. We're going to TM Evo and put the energy on there. I'm sure we will be evolving some of these Dreepies into Dracloaks momentarily. And what does Dracloak say? Dracloak is the stage 1 evolution of Dreepy. It is an ability, which is the most important part of the card. It says Recon Directive. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand. Put the other card on the bottom of your deck. So if you're a Magic player, that's basically kind of like a Scry 2 almost. Well, it's like Sleight of Hand if you're a Magic player.
I got somebody with that at the Fantasy yesterday. On Sunday. He used Pokestop, and I waited until he was done, and I was like, all of that gets discarded, none of it gets He was like, no.
I'll draw. Sorry.
All right, back to Avery as...
Sorry, not sorry.
Feel bad, but that's the point of the card. The thing is, it becomes a target immediately after that, so like, I have to get some use out of it.
Oh, yeah. Klefki turns off the ability of the TM Evo. That's what Avery and Mike were talking about. So that's really unfortunate for Mike. Mimic You in Avery's active. That is the special illustration version. Energy for turn. Retreat. Klefki now active. Pheasant Dipping and Radiant Charizard going to get Ultra Balled away, it looks like. What are we going into the deck for? Looks like maybe a Rotom V? Maybe, maybe not. Luminion is also a possibility. But it'll be a Rotom V.
You play Arvin, I'm imagining. What do you just play Christmas? I think you just play Christmas. Oh, I wish I would have looked at lists now.
Avery's talking through the plays that Mike might have said, I should have looked at that list before I came tonight. Instant Charge, going to draw 3 cards off of the Rotom V, pass back to Mike. Recon Directive off the Dracloak. Recon Directive again. Evolve. Recon Directive. Yeah, the whole squad. That's right. The whole squad. Pokegear here. Top 7 cards. I'm going to get a supporter from among these and put it into hand. Going to grab an Arvin. Another Pokegear. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's Pokegear and Crispin. Grab a Fire and a Lightning. Attach 1 from the Crispin and 1 for turn. Dragapult going to get evolved. Or Dracloak going to evolve into Dragapult. Volt Cyclone with the Iron Thorns for knockout. That pesky Klefki gonna be off the table now. Back to Avery. And Mimikyu goes back inactive.
Counter catcher, the Toad School.
Counter catcher out the Toad Scroll. And instant charge. So Avery just making this kind of a little bit of a resource battle. Tell Mike, if you want to get an attack off, you're going to have to be real creative this turn.
Going to Arvin. TM Evo.
TM Evo. Going to be Arvin out. For the tool. What is the item going to be? Night Stretcher.
Attach TM Evo to Toad School.
Toad School going to get attached with the TM Evo. I assume we'll be evolving here. Recon. Yep. Important to shuffle before you draw some cards off the top of your deck. Not sure what that card is there. Oh, it's a rescue board. Earthen Vessel, and I didn't quite catch the other one. Oh, Boss's Orders, maybe? Toad Scroll, bring them out, bring them out.
Psychic Energy. Yep.
Gonna attach Psychic Energy for turn.
TM Evo evolving the other two Dracloaks.
Gonna TM Evo up both of the other Dracloaks.
Do I have to choose two? Up to two. Up to two. I'm going to evolve one Dracloak.
Gonna evolve one Dracloak. Okay, that makes sense. Still want to have that recon directive there if we need it. And of course, Toad Scroll has Slime Mold Colony. Cards in your opponent's discard pile can't be put into their hand by an effect of your opponent's abilities or trainer cards. So pretty darn good against Night Stretcher and things like that. Pokestop as well. It stops Pokestop, which Mike had mentioned earlier in the video. Still haven't seen a Pidgey here for Avery. Drawing 3 cards is always nice, but we're going to counter catcher up the Dracloak and instant charge. But and he found a way to find the Pidgey. Recon directive here for Mike. Avery making it very, very hard for Mike to get any forward progress on this one.
I am going to Crispin.
All right, Crispin for turn.
Fire and Psychic.
Fire Psychic are the energies. Gonna attach on both of the Dragapults. So that is his attach for turn plus the Crispin attach. And just a pass back. So Avery. Gonna be able to buddy here. And we'll Arvin first. Ultra Ball and counter game, potentially, the cards. Man, what are we Ultra Balling for?
Get rid of Penny. Pidgeot.
Pitch Penny and Pidgeot.
Flygon.
Grabbing the Flygon. Here we go.
I'll play Rare Candy into Flygon EX.
Rare Candy into Flygon EX.
Crystal.
Sparkling Crystal.
Attach a Rescue Bird to Mimikyu. I'll retreat into Flygon EX.
So Flygon EX
And then I will use Reversing Storm for knockout. It retreats.
has an ability that, or an attack for one fighting, Reversing Storm, which is what Avery just did. Deals 130, and you may switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon.
He's taking it easy over here in the slow lane of life.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It has another ability, but I doubt that Avery's going to be using it. We'll see, though.
Attach a Psychic Energy to Dragapult.
Going to attach a Psychic Energy to the benched Dragapult.
To Boss's Orders of your Rotom V. Ooh.
Boss's Order the Rotom V. That's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, and then Phantom Dive, knocking out the Rotom V and Slack off.
All right, Dragapult going to Phantom Dive 200, knocking out the Slack Off and the Rotom V. Taking 3 total prizes that turn. Wow. And just a reminder, folks, this is an extra game these two are playing.
Retreat and use Reversing Storm for 130.
Reversing Storm for 130. And Flygon goes back to the bench. Play a Dreepy onto bench.
booster energy capsule with this guy.
Future Booster Energy Capsule.
Attach a psychic energy to the Dreepy.
Psychic Energy to the Dreepy. This Future Booster, the future Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost, and the attacks it uses do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon.
Arvin.
All right, Arvin here.
A Lost Vacuum.
Ooh, Lost Vacuum going to be pretty good. Rescue Board, Lost Vacuum.
Use the Lost Vacuum. Ultra Ball. And tip away your Sparkling Crystal.
Sparkling Crystal gone. Not looking very good for Avery in this one.
They should go. We will attach a Rescue Board to Dragapult. Bring out the other Dragapult.
Yep.
And then we will Phantom Guy for 60.
Drop turn.
Yeah, so Mimikyu doesn't take any damage, obviously, here, but, I mean, still pretty good. Dealing the 60 damage. Mike only needs to knock out that Flygon at this point. Avery just going to pass.
I'm going to attach a Fire Energy.
Mike needs to find some boss's orders action. Dracloak.
To retreat this Dragapult.
Retreat Dragapult. Bring up Dracloak, which can actually deal damage to the Mimikyu. Recon Directive, look at the top two cards. Keep one, put one back.
Going to use Dragon Headbutt for knockout.
Dragon Headbutt for knockout, so down to one prize card.
Oh yeah, you're good. Arvin.
Yeah, totally forgot about it.
All right, in the interest of time, we are going to switch to the next round. Thank you all so much, though. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon, and set it to all so you don't miss out on content like this. We appreciate you. And until the next time, make sure to hit up ImpactGamingCenter.gg for all of your Pokemon needs.
I think this one's over though. That lost vacuum really hurt.
Pidgeot control.
Other than that, it can switch once at a time.
It's very mysterious.
Man. It is Jover, dude.